especially in this part. One of the other tour guides managed to hit his head on these wires up here, and he got knocked out in the middle of his tour. And I don't really want to fill out the paperwork if we have an incident. So just remain in your seats, all right? Lot of low-hanging branches and wires. We're going to get to the Philly Museum of Art in a few moments, all right? In a few moments, we're going to get to the Philly Museum of Art. That is home of the Rocky statue and the Rocky Steps. You can get off there if you want. There is one more bus behind us. If you want to take advantage of that, you can. Now, before we get to the Philly Museum of Art, we can point out this one. Watch out for those trees on the right. And this tree. We can point out this one Art Deco building up here on the right. It is a very famous Art Deco building. It's almost 100 years old. It's about 98 years old or so. And it was built by Fidelity Mutual back in the 1920s. So the building up ahead of us has really cool detailing. It has spandrel reliefs, those things in between the windows. They have really detailed patterns. There's knights on horseback, castles, there's some African warriors, there's like an Indian guy, steam locomotive. If you look at the top of the building though, it's very famous for the collection of bronze animal details up the top, including this squirrel up here, like holding an acorn, whatever, up there on the corner. Down below are these dogs here. These dogs, they're like guarding the building. And these are lamps out front, Art Deco lamps, of course. That building is actually considered one of the finest Art Deco buildings in the country by all the architectural historians and stuff. That's a very famous building. We're going to make a sharp left here. So, buried in the foliage to the left, across the road, somewhere in there is the Philly Museum of Art. They finished that building in 1928. It is in the Greek Revival style, so it's designed to look like a big giant series of ancient Greek temples. So all the sculptural details on it are from Greek mythology, like those griffins up there, those winged creatures. They're guardians of treasure in Greek mythology. On the right is a really cool golden statue of Joan of Arc. That's a cool photo. The Joan of Arc statue is from 1890. That was a gift from our French people in Philly. They gave us the statue to commemorate 100 years since the French Revolution, the bloody mess of the French Revolution. Don't know why you would want to commemorate that. But the statue is real gold, Oliver bronze. All right, really cool looking statue. It's like one of my favorites in the city. But the most famous statue in the city is over to the right. You can see a construction sign over there, the orange construction sign on the right, and that's where the Rocky statue is. The Rocky movies, obviously, they're like the most famous movies from Philly. They're pretty much one of the only things people know about Philly. Cheesesteaks, Liberty Bound, Rocky, that's pretty much it. By the way, if you guys are still here tomorrow night, the Art Museum is pay as you wish after 5 p.m. You can pay them $2 if you want as well. Sometimes I do that because I've been here a lot of times and, might as well just go there on the cheap night. Over to the right, there's a big crowd of people. That is people lining up for photos of the Rocky statue. Now, if you go over there, whether it's now or later or whatever, oh gosh, do not give your cameras to anyone down there that's trying to take photos. So, sometimes people go over there and they pretend they work there. Anyway, just do your own thing, take your own photos. Now, you're going to see a lot of ice cream trucks and stuff over there. It's very popular to do that. So the Rocky steps are going to be behind that crowd of people. Those are the 72 steps he runs up in all the famous training montages. Of course, in the movies. The statue used to sit on top of the steps. It's been moved a couple times. On the left, that's a really cool church, St. Francis Xavier. It's like a Norman-style stone church, 1890s. Love that church. It has the best rose window of any church in Philly. So we make a shot right here. In the Rocky movies, it's like the most famous training montage of all time. In the first Rocky movie, he runs down this parkway after running past Kelly Drive and Italian Market and famous landmarks from Philly. Then he runs up the steps, and that's where the statue was. If you go up to the top of the steps now, you get an amazing view, but also, is that guy's trunk supposed to be open or what? He's going into a tunnel. Not good. Anyway, so if you go up there, you'll see two footprints where the statue was originally. Now, are you guys wanting to get up there? Yes, we're going to stop just there. For the rest of you guys, you can get photos of the statue and the steps from the bus, all right? We're going to go by. If you're on the right-hand side, you can like even selfie it, and you can even half stand up a little bit to get that if you want, you know. We see some crazy stuff out here. All right, we're going to make a stop just here for you guys. Be sure to say thank you to your driver, Donna, downstairs for doing a heck of a job getting us through this rush hour traffic, of course. Much tougher job than I have, because I certainly don't drive in Philly. I've never driven on this side of the road, and I've never driven here since I moved to this country. So that's a much tougher job than mine. You guys can make your way downstairs right now. Be sure to say thank you to Donna. For the rest of you guys, we should be on target to finish in about 30 minutes. All right, watch your step. Have fun. You can get ice cream down here and stuff, you know. All right, so on the right, take a photo of that Rocky statue. It's the most photographed thing in the city, and grab a photo with yourselves in front of the Rocky steps right here. There's 72 steps. You know, it's a lot easier to run up the steps than what you think. So I've never been so out of shape in my life, and I still run up it just for the heck of it when I'm down here for work. So a lot of people let themselves be intimidated by